Hey, welcome to Slay the Spire. Today playing the daily challenge for September 4th, 2025. The character The Defect and the modifiers at Draft. Draft the custom starting deck of cards. Vintage normal enemies drop relics instead of cards. And Lethality start each combat with +3 strength, and all enemies start each combat with +3 strength as well. So yeah, draft deck with Vintage. I'll be stuck with whatever I take. We also have Lethality, so I'll keep that in mind. I see Gemini here with 1531, great score. PGM 1503. Interesting, not an even number of 25 points apart. Alright, yeah, and then Nick with 1502. Alright, let's get started and see what I can draft up here. Okay, right off the bat, boot sequence is really tempting for some nice turn 1 block. Cold Snap would be also a good Frost Orb deck. You know what? I'm going to focus on Frost Orbs more, though this is an uncommon card. Alright, I'm going to take the boot sequence and hope I get more Frost Orbs. Let's take the Aggregate, although with my small deck, it's not going to be that useful, but I think I'll take it hoping to get a Tempest. Alright, Lightning Orb here with Ball Lightning. Unfortunately, I got another one offered right afterwards. Let me take the hologram. I will definitely go for Highlander, right? Sweeping Beam, Turbo are both fine. Probably don't need Streamline. Let's take Sweeping Beam. Genetic Algorithm from the very beginning. That's not a bad idea. Equilibrium is interesting. Let's take that. Barrage is not going to be that useful. I think here I'll take Beam Cell. Should I take the Streamline? No, let's take the Beam Cell. Alright, I think I'll grab a Frost Orb with the Cool-Headed, and now I'll take a Cold Snap. Good. Compile Driver is not horrible. Let's take that as well. I didn't take the Equilibrium. Oh, no, I did take the Equilibrium. Alright, let's take Steam Barrier then. Scrape is interesting, but I only have the Beam Cell and Steam Barrier at 0 cost, so maybe not that useful. Let me take the Go for the Ice. Alright, I'll take the Turbo now because I don't think I need the Barrage. Actually, with the extra strength, Barrage would not have been horrible here. Let's grab the Leap. Alright, fine. Let me leave here and then Sword. No, I don't think I need to Sword. Alright, so defensively, I have the Leap, Steam Barrier, Equilibrium, Genetic Algorithm, Boot Sequence, and Hologram, as well as a bunch of Frost Orbs. Alright, I have a lot of defensive cards. I probably will try to pick up some good offenses soon. Alright, multiple 2 lead path. If I start on the left, I'll get 1, 2, 3 question mark rooms. If I start on the right and then turn left, I'll get 1, 2, 3... Oh, just 3? Okay, if I stick on the right, I'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at least. Alright, good. And there's also a later shop, allowing me hopefully to buy some better cards. Alright, so let's start off with, I think I'll do Beam Cell, Sweeping Beam. Is that enough for the backline? It is, and then Cold Snap is not enough for this guy. I do have the Boot Sequence. I'm actually very happy with that initial Boot Sequence. We got Molten Egg, whenever you add an attack into deck, upgraded, as well as a Fear in a Bottle. Okay. And then here, I don't think... Actually, do I need to remove anything? No, I'm pretty happy with everything I have. I could remove a Turbo, I guess. No, I think I'm happy here. Let's just move on. Okay. And then here, again, I don't really need to remove anything. 2 card removal opportunities in the first 3 floors. That's disappointing. We got Toxic Egg whenever you add a skill into deck, upgraded. Alright, awesome. So everything, well, other than the powers, will get upgraded. That's kind of nice. Alright, so here, let's do Beam Cell, Boot Sequence. Should I do Equilibrium? No, let's do Sweeping Beam first. I'll accept a little bit of damage. Let's do this here. Actually, with Steam Bear, I don't have to accept any damage at all. Good. And then this is enough. Beautiful. Alright, got Symbiotic Virus at the start of each combat, channel 1 Dark. That is really nice. Would make a Compile Driver much stronger. Actually, yeah, I do have a Compile Driver. Beautiful. Alright, let's go for the Compile Driver. I was hoping for something better. I kind of want to hologram the Compile Driver because I also have the Turbo. Do I want to do Equilibrium? Alright, I'm going to do... Also, I haven't played the Genetic Algorithm a single time yet. That might have been a big mistake so far. I might have tried to play it a little bit more frequently. 17. Alright, so I have Boot Sequence. I don't think I have enough to kill here, right? So I have the Sweeping Beam, Ball Lightning, Cold Snap. Oh, actually, wait. What if I do Cold Snap and Cool-Headed? That will evoke the Dark Orb, right, with the Ball Lightning. So that'll be 12 plus 8, 20. Plus another 19. I think that should be enough, right? So if I do Ball Lightning, then Cold Snap, then Cool-Headed, the Orb is enough. I didn't play the Genetic Algorithm. Well, that's fine. At least I perfect this one. Got Unseasoned Top. Whenever you have no cards in hand during your turn, draw a card. That's really nice. Reinforced Body, Rip into Recycle. Reinforced Body is interesting. Who's my final boss? Hexagos. For the Hexagos, Reinforced Body might be slightly better, but I am a little low on offensive cards. Let's take the Rip and Tear. With the extra strength, that should be powerful. Also, let's really try to use the Genetic Algorithm here. Let's do Aggregate, Genetic Algorithm, then Cold Snap, go for the Ice to get rid of you, and then I can defend with the Boot Sequence. Oh, I forgot about the Unseen Top. Could have kept going there for a little bit. It's fine, no harm done there. Oh, also with the Dark Orb, I should try to get Overkill at some point. We got Centennial Puzzle. The first time you lose HP, draw 3 cards. Okay. And here I got Lagavulin. I definitely want to grow the Dark Orb. So let's just do Equilibrium. Wait. Okay. Alright, Cool-Headed to get another Frost Orb. I guess I'll wait again. Okay. Alright, so here... Anything I need to hologram? Let's hologram the cool-headed to get the Dark Orb up front. Okay, that also gives me card draw, allowing me to play the Aggregate. I will do Genetic Algorithm, Beam Cell, and Rip and Tear. Actually, why did I get the Dark Orb up front? I can't get Overkill here easily. There is an Equilibrium here. Leap is enough, right? Let's keep the boot sequence for next turn. Okay. Another 21. I do have to go for the ice. It's really nice. Let's do Beam Cell, go for the ice. I think I'll do the Ball Lightning, right? I might have trouble. Actually, I can fully defend here. No, let's do Ball Lightning. I think I should be fine. And then, yeah, this is enough. Beautiful. All right, perfect this one. Before I take the Whetstone, let's first... I already got the Ball Lightning. Between these two, I don't know. None of them really help me, so I think I'll actually skip this one. Let's take Whetstone on pickup, upgrade 2 random attacks. That's Cool Snap, and the Ball Lightning upgraded. All right, and then for the Hexaghost, I do have a regular fight here, so I have to make sure I lose HP there. We got Blood Vial at the start of each combat, heal 2 HP. I'll take it, but I have to lose even more HP now for the Hexaghost. I have 2 shops. Oh, no, this was the guaranteed shop. Okay, good. So let's definitely buy the Preserved Insect. I would love to buy the Data List. Preserved Insect is better. Enemies in Elite Combats have 25% less HP. I already have all of these 3 cards. Dramatic Entrance, probably not necessary. Will make my opening hand a little worse. I think I'll grab the Focus Potion. Yeah, that might help me. Should I grab? No, I think I'm fine. That might help me against the upcoming boss. The extra focus will be useful. If I can perfect the boss, I think I might even skip it there. Alright, let's do Aggregate, Genetic Algorithm, Ball Lightning, and yeah, let's do Boot Sequence to avoid taking any damage. I could have used this Unseen Top, right? Played a few more cards. Beam Cell, go for the Ice, Rip and Tear is enough. Beautiful. Got a question card, future card awards, and 1 additional card to choose from. I would have considered losing some HP. It might be hard to pull off Curses and Highliner. But I should be able to get enough relics. So yeah, fine. Let's try to pull off Curses at least. Yeah, I got a Regal Pillow. One of you resting an additional 15 HP. I'm really hoping this is not the Magan Looter. It is not. Alright. So the goal is to drop down to 21 HP. Yep, I'll speed this up. I'll be right back when I'm down at 21. Alright, so I dropped down to 21, and I figured I also use the Dark Orb, or use the fact that I have to delay this to trigger the Dark Orb to get Overkill, so I just need to wait for a Cool-Headed. Okay, I'll wait here. I can't do Cool Snap because then I'll kill before the Dark Orb triggers. I basically just need Cool-Headed, and that gets me Overkill. Beautiful. At Courier, the merchant restore cards and potions on alt prices are reduced by 20%. Really tempting to pivot over to collective bonuses, but no, I think I'll stick with Highliner for now. Let me upgrade... I kind of am thinking of upgrading Go for the Ice. The extra turn of weakness might make a big difference. Alright, let's see. Okay, so, I do start with the Froster, but I think I have to drink the Focus Potion here. Let's do Beam Cell, Cold Snap. Should I trigger the Unceasing Top? No, I think I want to save the boot sequence. I can bring it back with the hologram. Alright, 30 incoming. If only Giant Algorithm was a little bit more powerful. Alright, let's do... Aggregate, it's not even that useful. Alright, let's do Compile Driver. Go for the SS grade, brings it down to 18. I have 15 plus 4, that is enough. Alright, beautiful. So I can do Steam Period, Genetic Algorithm, and then I can do Ball Lightning to deal extra damage. Awesome. Alright, that Go for the S is really necessary there. Without it, I would be in so much trouble. 6 incoming. I think I'll do Equilibrium. It's a shame, but I think I have to evoke the Dark Orb here to get another Frost Orb. Okay. Another 16. Aggregate is again useless. Let's do Beam Cell, go for the Ice. Compile. Wait, I only have 8, so I do need some block. Let's do Compile Driver. I think I'll do Turbo, Ball Lightning, Cool-Headed. Okay, that should be enough, right? 8, 15, yeah, alright. And then anything I need to hologram? I could hologram that, go for the Ice for an extra turn of weakness. Why not? Let's do that. Okay. And then sweeping me. I could have also just focused on dealing damage, right? That might have been a good idea too. Okay. Alright, 6 incoming. There's a boot sequence. Let's do Compile Driver, Beam Cell, Ball Lightning, and I am fully defended, so let's save the boot sequence for later. Okay, and actually next turn the orbs are enough. I'm not sure how much I needed the Focus Potion, but it did help a lot. Alright. Okay, perfect. This one I get a Distill Chaos Potion, and I will go for Popper. Do I want to take the All for One to try to get combo and then get rid of it? It is tempting. Yeah, let's take the Alpha 1, try to get combo out of the way, and then get rid of it. Alright, here I'll definitely take the Column Bell. I'm going to pick up a unique curse and 3 relics. We got Curse of the Bell, that's unique curse number 2, as well as backup operation. At the start of each combat, draw 2 additional cards. Letter Opener, every time play 3 skills in a single turn, deal 5 damage to all enemies. And Wing Boots, which is why I always like to take the Calling Bell. You make no path when choosing next turn to travel to 3 times. So if you don't take the Calling Bell, you don't get Wing Boots this early. And that might allow me to get me at least 1 extra elite, if not more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, actually, I cannot use a jump to get an extra elite. So the best path without a jump. Actually, I could use a jump at the end. That's tempting. Alright, either way, let's start on the left and then decide what happens here. Also, only 3 question mark rooms is very disappointing. I am thinking maybe I should keep jumps for Act 3 to maximize the chance of getting enough question mark rooms there. Let's do Beam Cell, Sweeping Beam, Ball Lightning to get 1 of these birds to the ground. Alright, and then I can do Genetic Algorithm and Boot Sequence to be fully defended. Okay. I might also just consider using the Dark Orb to get rid of 1 of the birds here. Alright, once again, lots of incoming. All for 1 is going to give me back just 2 cards. Let's do All for 1, get rid of you. Then do Beam Cell. I don't want to defend. Actually, Cold Snap might be good here. If the Lightning Orbs hit this one. And then I, unfortunately, will take a little bit of damage here. Fine. At least I trigger the Centennial Puzzle. Okay. And then here, 1, 2, and 3. Get the bird to the ground, and then grab any attack card to kill here. Beautiful. Alright, got Akabiku. Your first attack each combat does additional damage. I don't think I'll take the Liquid Bronze. I don't think I need it. Okay. Alright, Shelled Parasite, or the Giant Avocado, as some people call it. Alright, let's do... Beam Cell doesn't break through the block. Should I do Sweeping Beam to break through the block first? Alright, then... Alright, let's do Beam Cell, Turbo, Cool-Headed. Go for the Ice. I think I'll do Equilibrium. And then let's Hologram the Beam Cell for an extra turn of vulnerability next turn. Okay. And then here, I was hoping for that Rip and Tear. Let's do that. And then Ball Lightning. Oh, I should have played Genetic Algorithm. Really bad doing that. Alright, we got Matryoshka. The next 2 numbers. Chest you open contain 2 relics. I'm going to get rid of the Fearing Bottle. I feel confident. Let's take the attack push instead. Okay. I hate losing the Boot Sequence. I think I'm okay losing the Still Chaos to gain Ice Cream. That's really nice. Energy is not conserved between turns. That makes the Turbo a must-play pretty much. Alright, Cultists don't have a lot of AoE damage. Let's do Beam Cell, Cold Snap, Compile Driver. It's going to be hard to reshuffle to Genetic Algorithm, but I think I'll do Rip and Tear and hope I can maybe bring back Genetic Algorithm with a hologram. Alright, 27. There's a Sweeping Beam. That's great. Let's do Turbo, Sweeping Beam, then Ball Lightning. I'll do Steam Beer to preserve some HP. Okay. And then here, did not get Genetic Algorithm. Let's do Beam Cell, Go for the Ice, and All for 1. Alright, then I got another Go for the Ice. I'll defend here. Actually, let's do Equilibrium, and then, yeah, I'm hoping to at least play the Genetic Algorithm here. Beautiful, before I kill. Awesome. Alright, we got Ink Bottle. One of you play 10 cards, draw 1 card. Okay. And here I got the Sneko, just a regular fight in the question mark room there. Let's start out with Genetic Algorithm, I guess. Actually, let me do Compile Driver first. Alright, Turbo, Cold Snap, Sweeping Beam. Hoping for an Equilibrium, did not get that. Alright, let's do Genetic Algorithm there. Okay. Alright, 11. Oof, All for 1 is a little expensive here. It does give me a Turbo back. Let's do Ball Lightning, All for 1. Then Beam Cell, Hologram, probably the All for 1 again. And, wait, did I play Genetic Algorithm already? I did. Beautiful. Alright, no trouble here. We got Meal Ticket when we enter a shop. Heal 15 HP. Okay. And then Book of Stabbing with extra strength. 24 incoming on turn 1. Let's start with Aggregate. That actually gives me extra energy. Then Cool-Headed. Then probably Compile Drive before the Beam Cell. Extra card out that way. Okay. I don't think I can defend against 21 though, right? I do have a Dex Potion. That's going to be 16 plus 4, just 20. So that's not enough. I don't think I have any more card draw unless I can trigger the Ink Bottle. Let's do Beam Cell, Ball Lightning, Rip and Tear. Then Turbo. So here's the question. Do I want to drink the Dex Potion? I'm gonna... Actually, I have an attack potion too. Alright, let's enter the Dex Potion, do the Boot Sequence, go for the Ice. That's exactly what I needed. Okay, now I'm fully defended. And I just need to deal a little bit of damage, so evoking the Dark Orb would be enough here. And I get to play Genetic Algorithm. Beautiful. Alright, awesome. Perfect. This one I got Smiling Mask. The Merchant card remove service now always costs 50 gold. Tempest. So I picked up the Aggregate only so that I can play the Tempest. I think it's really tempting. Let's take it. Also with the with the ice cream, I might accumulate a lot of energy. And actually, because of that, I think I'll upgrade the aggregate next. Okay. Alright, Bird and the Chosen. Okay, let's weaken the backliner. Should I just do Tempest? No, let's weaken the backliner. It's a waste of Akabiko, but I think it's fine. Let's do Boot Sequence. You know what? Actually, I'm going to do Cool-Headed. I was hoping for an aggregate. Let's do Equilibrium here. Okay. And then maybe I'll get the aggregate next turn. Actually, no, that will give me very little energy. There's an all for one. Alright, let's do Steam Barrier, Genetic Algorithm. Then, anything I need to hologram. No, fine. Let's do, actually, all for one. It's not even going to give me back anything other than go for the ice and Steam Barrier. Let's do all for one, go for the ice, and fine. Let's do Tempest, evoke 1 orb, and also deal 5 damage to the letter opener. Okay. Alright, lots of income here. Aggregate is somewhat useless. Actually, Compile Driver. Hang on, let's do Compile Driver first. Then I can do Aggregate. Beautiful. Turbo. I can do Beam Cell and Sweeping Beam to get the bird to the ground. Alright. Ball Lightning, hologram the Ball Lightning again. And that's enough to kill. Beautiful. I got Lantern Stage Cone with additional energy. Always nice to have. And then here I got Tornithopter. When you use a potion, heal 5 HP. And Pocket Watch, when you play 3 or less cards during your turn, draw 3 additional cards that deserve you next turn. Okay. Alright, Slavers. This one might be a challenge. I do have a Kibiko. I was hoping for a Sweeping Beam. Let's do Aggregate. Sweeping Beam first. Okay. Then, ooh, there's a Tempest. Very tempting. Let's do Cool-Headed. Compile Driver. Genetic Algorithm is also really nice. So let's do that. Then Boot Sequence. Steam Barrier. I think Tempest will trigger the letter opener, killing the backliner, right? Actually, let's do Ball Lightning first. Then do Tempest. Awesome. Beautiful. Yeah, that was a turn 1 kill. Awesome. Very happy with that. Got Meat on the Bone. If your HP is added below 50% at the end of combat, till 12 HP. Blizzard Rebound, Bullseye, Claw. Not a huge fan. Bullseye, probably better than the rest there. Okay. Alright, next upgrade. Should that be the Genetic Algorithm? No, I think I'll do Cool-Headed for extra card draw. I think with the Ice Cream, I can sometimes generate a lot of energy, so extra card draw is appreciated. Another shop. Dolly's Mirror would allow me to duplicate a curse. That is risky, though, because I am going for Highlander, so I would need a way to transform it later. I think it's too risky. I think I'll take the Chill, pre-upgraded, really nice. I already have these two. Actually, I already have all of these, and this is a rare card, so I don't want to take it. Static Discharge is not that useful. Could save gold for the next shop. Apple Flower is really nice. Every 3 turns get extra energy. How badly do I want this Doll's Mirror? I mean, there's a significant chance I might not be able to transform a curse next turn, in the next act, so I'm not sure if it's worth it, but... if I was going for Collector Monsters, that would be a different story, right? Yeah, I don't think I'll do it. Yeah, let's just move on here. Okay. And then, alright, after this elite, it's a big question if I want to do another elite or move on. Let's do Genetic Algorithm here, Sweeping Me with Akabiko. Turbo, anything? Actually, let's hologram the Turbo. Okay. Alright, beautiful. I should have done the Chill. Why did I not do that? It was a free Frost Orb there. Alright, Aggregate, Equilibrium, Cool-Headed. And then let's do Compile Driver. Go for the ice. All for one. Then Turbo. Chill. Go for the ice again. Boot Sequence, Steam Barrier, Rip and Tear. And then Tempest for a kill. Beautiful. Alright, perfect. This one I got Oddly Smooth Stone Stage come with 1 Dexterity as well as a Speed Potion. And I already have these 3, so let's take the Streamline. Alright, usually I do 2 jumps on Act 2, on Act 3, 1 jump on Act 2. The question here is, I already have 2 unique curses. If you keep an extra jump for an extra Crush Mark on Act 3, I might get curses. But no, I think I'll use the jump here. Yep. Alright. And I got the Gremlin Leader who's not attacking me on turn 1. That's useful with an Aggregate in the beginning. Very nice. Alright, let's do an Akabiko, probably Bullseye here. Okay. Then do Cold Snap, Ball Lightning. Go for the ice. Let's do Tempest and then Chill. Got at least 1 Frost Orb out. Oh, that was actually enough to kill. Beautiful. Got Ornamental Fan. Every time play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 4 block. Very useful. Already have these 2. Seek is a rare card. Let's take the loop. Oh, I also have to remove the rare all for one I still have, right? Ideally, after I get combo, that should also happen. Let's upgrade the Turbo because of Ice Cream. Okay. Alright, got the Collector here. I would love to save the Genetic Algorithm for later. Let's start with the... let's do Chill. Actually, I'm not going to do anything else. Let's save the energy with Ice Cream for next turn. Okay. Alright, unfortunately I'm being attacked here. I needed a hologram. I didn't get it. I do have a Speed Potion. Wait, so I have 41. I'm going to drink the Speed Potion, then do Equilibrium. Then do Cool-Headed. Aggregate. I mean, that's giving me a little bit extra energy. Fine. Wait, so I needed 41 right now. I don't have nearly enough, unless I get rid of one of the minions. Which I could do. Let's do Rip and Tear. Okay, then Compile Driver. Alright, there's a Go for the S. That's really nice. I don't have a turbo in my... actually, I do. Okay, fine. So let's do All for One. Actually, wait. I need 25. I have enough. Beautiful. Alright, let's do All for One then. Then do Turbo. Go for the Ice. Let's do Cold Snap, and that way this one should be easily killed, and then Bullseye and Streamline. Okay, alright, so far so good. Only played 12 cards though. Wonder if I could have kept going. Let's do Beam Cell, Cold Snap. I think I'll do Loop. And go for the Ice and wait. Should I do Sweeping Beam? Let's do Sweeping Beam here. Okay, fine. Void is okay. Alright, not being attacked. Another Aggregate, somewhat useless. That's a Cool-Headed. Streamline, Turbo, Ball Lightning, and wait. Okay. Hope I don't get attacked this turn. I might have trouble with all the vulnerability. 7. Alright, I do have the Alpha one. That should bring me back a zero-cost card, right? So let's start with the Alpha one. Let me see if I can also play 20 cards. Actually, let's do Equilibrium first, then Alpha one. Okay. So then I can do Turbo, Beam Cell, go for the Ice. That's a reshuffle. Alright, fine. Then do Bullseye, Compile Driver. Alright, Genetic Algorithm is great. Then Streamline. It's only 9 cards. How do I get to 20? What can I hologram? A Compile Driver, I guess? Let's hologram the Compile Driver. Okay. Yeah, no, there's nothing. I can play 2 more cards at most. Fine, fine. I mean, I'm fully defended here, so I guess I don't have to worry too much about it. And then the enemy's summoning, so let's try to do Aggregate Tempest. Actually, Rip and Tear first, then Tempest. That should be enough, right? Beautiful. Alright, perfect. At least I perfect this one, so not a lot of trouble there. We got an Explosive Potion. I have to skip all of these, and I still have to remove that Alpha one. Curse Key. Okay, very tempting. Let's take it. Get an Energy at the start of your turn. One of you open numbers chest to obtain a curse. I just have to make sure it's a unique curse, ideally. Or I have a shop afterwards. Alright, 1, 2. Yeah, see, I'm glad I used the jump on Act 2. Because I can only use 2 jumps here. A third jump would have been useless. So I can either get to this or this elite, which I can do 3 question marks before this elite, right? Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Then jump over here, and then jump over here. If I had an extra jump, I could have gotten 2 question marks later on. Might have been doable, or useful. I wonder if people did that and maybe were able to pull off curses. Let's see. I still have a chance to pull off curses, especially with Curse Key here. Alright, let's do Compile Driver, Akabika first. Then do Aggregate, Chill. Okay, then I'll do Streamline, Turbo. Let's do Boot Sequence, Hologram. Probably the Compile Driver just to have 1 extra card draw here. Yeah, fine, I'll do Genetic Algorithm as well. And a Beam Cell. Actually, you know what? I have on Season Top. Let's keep playing here. If I don't have a curse, I might be able to play enough cards, actually. Well, Lightning. Okay. Ah, no, I got the curse. Alright, fine. Once I have more curses in my deck, it's going to get harder too, right? Alright, can I deal 25 damage? I'm pretty sure I can. Let's do Steam Bear and then Beam Cell just to get the ink bottle closer to 10. An Incense Spirit every 6 turns, gain 1 intangible. Very nice to have, although it's on the second page of Relics, so I might have trouble reviewing it. Remove all curses. Okay, wait, so if I get the Normality event, then have a shop to remove one of the Normalities, and then get 1 more with the treasure chest, there is a chance, so I will risk it. It is definitely a risk. Okay. Might have to be a little worried about the Spiker here. No, not with Genetic Algorithm. Let's do that. Then Bullseye, Rip and Tear. Okay. Cool-Headed, Ball Lightning, and Compile Driver. Get rid of this guy. I can also do Turbo, Streamline, and Cold Snap. Beautiful. Alright, got Dr. Imperial. One of you obtain a curse, increase your max by 6. That is actually very useful. If I get 3 more curses, that would be ideal. Okay. Speaking of, although this will give me a duplicate, right? Oh boy. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that. Let me hologram that Aggregate, actually. Let's do Chill and Boot Sequence, save the energy. Actually, I can do Turbo too. Once I get the Tempest, that should be a lot of damage, right? Yeah, there it is. Alright, let's do Genetic Algorithm, then Tempest. Okay. Oh, I didn't realize that was enough. Beautiful. We got Singbo, but adding cards into your deck, you may erase your max by 2 instead, as well as a Fair in the Bottle, which I'll skip. Okay. And then here I got a shop. Interesting. Blue Candle is very tempting. But let me focus on cards I would ideally get to 35. Let me actually first remove the Alpha one. It's a shame I haven't been able to get the get the combo modifier, but I have to remove that. Let's buy the Sunder Scrape. One rebound is fine, I guess. Let's take the cheaper one, of course. Recursion is fine. I already have this Consume. Would be better if I had a capacitor. And then I can't afford the block push. And you know what? I'm going to get rid of the flex push and take the block push and hope I'll be able to get enough cards to get to 35 without it. It might be a challenge. I need to be another shop, right? Alright, Spire Growth with 19. Let's do Cool-Headed. Chill to get the Dark Orb up front. Then Recursion. Then Genetic Algorithm. Then Rip and Tear with Ekibiko. And then Asunder. Okay. Alright, not being attacked. That's good. Let's do Beam Cell, go for the Ice Turbo. Compile Driver. Scrape the Rebound. I think that should be enough, right? Almost. Just need to deal 4 extra damage. Beautiful. Alright, no troubles here. Got Shuriken. Every time play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 1 strength. Okay. And then, yeah, doing this elite and then jumping over. I got the Reptomancer here. 24 incoming. Alright. Let's start with the Scrape. Get rid of one of the minions. Okay. Genetic Algorithm, I would love to save it for later. But let's do Beam Cell. Compile Driver. Then Sweeping Beam. Go for the Ice. Okay. Then Chill. Recursion. If you need to Hologram. I could Hologram... What? Cool-Headed? Compile Driver? Let's Hologram the Compile Driver for extra card draw. Okay. Alright. There's an Aggregate and a Turbo. Yeah, I still can't play 8 more cards, right? I'm pretty sure I should be able to kill here, though. Let's do Genetic Algorithm, then Rip and Tear, and that's enough. Beautiful. Got Prayer Wheel, Normal, Enemies, Drum, Initial Card War. Really tempted to go for a combo now. Force Field, Electro. I already have these 2, and I don't think I need Force Field, so let's take the Max HP instead. And then jumping over for 1 extra elite. Alright, got the Nemesis here. Okay, so let's do Chill, Bullseye, Cold Snap, Recursion, and Loop. Okay. Alright, hoping... I was going to say hoping it's not the big attack. It is the big attack, though. So let's do Aggregate. Compile Driver. Okay, at least I have energy. Not much I can do with it, though. Let's do Sweeping Beam, Scrape. Genetic Algorithm would have been great. I don't think there's anything I can do here, right? Even the block push is not going to do anything. I can do Ball Lightning, Streamline. Let's do Tempest. So even if I drink the block push, it's just going to be 45. That would have been enough if the enemy did not have extra strength. Is the attack push able to give me anything? Like, go for the Ice would work? Let's risk it. Hyper Beam, Melter, Rip and Tear. No, none of this. Wait, actually, where is my... Okay, wait. If I do Rip and Tear, I have 37. With the block push, that's 49. That would be enough. Okay. Let's see if that does something. Another 27. Let's do... Wait, Sunder is 37. That's not enough. Let's Rebound the Go for the Ice. And then, yeah, Beam Cell Sunder is enough. Beautiful. Okay, perfect. This one, thanks to 2 potions. We got Mob Bank. Whenever we climb a floor, gain 12 gold. No longer works to spend any gold at a shop. It is the Chaos Potion and Glacier. What a great defensive card. White Nose is also really interesting, but I think I'll take the Glacier. Definitely. And then, yeah, it doesn't matter. I could jump over now, right? Yeah, I need to get to this question mark room. So, I could also go for the shop. Ooh, that is interesting. Wait, no, I have to... No, I have to jump over left now. Yeah, that's fine. Got Pain. Okay, that's still a unique curse. We also got Sundial. Every 3 times to shuffle, draw, plug in 2 extra energy. And Strawberry, I'm pick up race from actually by 7. Does that give me? That gives me the Well-Fed modifier. Beautiful. And then here, oof. There is no way. I only have 1 more question mark room, so there's no way to get curses. So I think, if only I had that all for 1, right? I think I'll get rid of the Pain, huh? Although it would trigger the Centennial Puzzle. So I could get rid of the Parasite instead. That would also make me lose some extra HP. So, no, I don't want to do that either. Let's get rid of the Pain. That's fine. Alright. Yeah, it would have been very difficult to get... Well, actually, I think it would be impossible to get unique curses at least. Would be possible to get curses, but definitely not unique ones. Alright, so here, I think I'll do... Sunder is not enough, actually. Let's do Cold Snap, then Sunder. Okay. And then I go for the Ice Streamline. And you know what? Let's do Glacier as well. And you know what? Let's do Chill as well. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if that Chill was really necessary, but why not? Alright, here I'm intangible thanks to what do you call it? Incense burner, right? Okay, so here let's do Compile Driver, Bullseye, and Tempest. I think should be enough, right? Actually, let's do Rip and Tear. Okay. Alright, no troubles here. We got Mercury Eyeglass at the start of each turn. Deal 3 damage to all enemies. Maybe I should just leave the page here so I can keep the Insight Spinner under my eye. Might be good to have Insight Spinner at 4 for the time eater, because I do have a lot of block on turn 1. Alright, so here let's do Genetic Algorithm. Recursion. Sunder is enough to get me energy back. Alright, let's also do Glacier. Chill. You know what? I do have the Unseen Top, so let's see if I can get a few more attacks maybe played here. Streamline. And that's it. Alright, fine. That's a lot of block for one turn, too. Alright, so here let's do Aggregate, Sweepy Meme. I do have energy to play the Sunder, right? Although that is not enough. With the Cold Snap, it is enough. Okay. Got the Boot. When we deal 4 less unblocked attack damage, increase it to 5. Okay. Here I got the Reptomancer again. Can I kill in 2 turns? That would be ideal. Let's do Akabiko, Rip and Tear first. Okay. Then do Chill. Go for the Ice. Equilibrium. Hologram, Rip and Tear. Yeah, seems like a good idea. Okay. Can I deal 84 damage next turn? Otherwise, I would have to delay, which might be a challenge. Sunder is 36, not quite enough. Anything I need to rebound? Let's rebound the Recursion, I guess. Rebound Recursion. How do I depending on 33? Boot Sequence, Leap, Steam Barrier, that's 28, 32, one short. One short. I think I'll drink the Distilled Chaos Potion here. Recursion, Sweeping Me. Recursion is actually enough. Alright, and then I got Aggregate. I can do Sunder, and then Tempest, evoke the Dark Orb. And then that is not enough. Okay, just so I have the Instant Spinner at 4, I will throw the Explosive Potion 2 here. Okay? Alright. We got Emotion Chip. If you lost HP during the previous turn, trigger the passive ability of all orbs at the start of your current turn, as well as a Speed Potion, and, yeah, double energy seems pretty good. Let's take it. Alright, here I hope I don't lose my HP. Okay, I definitely could have gotten Curses. Yeah, I could have gotten the Collectormost and the Parasites, too. So it's actually very important I don't do that. Let's do double energy, Turbo, Chill, and Scrape. Okay. And then 30 incoming is a lot. Let's do... Oh, this is dangerous. Okay, luckily I didn't get cursed. Let's risk it one more time. And still no curse. I can do Genetic Algorithm, Cool-Headed, and yeah, Recursion, why not? I can... Did I have an Aggregate? I did. Let's do that. Oh, I did not have... Oh no, my Tempest in my discard pile. I thought it was still my draw pile. That might have been a mistake, because I was sort of relying on that Tempest, huh? I'm intangible here, so that's fine. Let's do Glacier. Bullseye is risky. I don't want to risk that. Let's wait. Okay. I guess I want to wait to Incense Burner to get to 4 again. 35. There's a reshuffle. Let's do Equilibrium. Cold Snap. 13 is fine. Let's do Ball Lightning. 30 is still fine, right? Especially with Leap. Okay. Alright, 18. There's a Tempest. That's too tempting. Let's just play it and finish this. Alright, so Incense Burner is not at the best value, but I hope I should have everything I need here. Got Captain's Wheel at the start of your 3rd turn, get 18 block. That is very useful now. Alright, and then here I think I'll upgrade the Hologram so it doesn't get exhausted too quickly. Okay. Alright. So, Time Eater. Not being attacked on turn 1, that's nice. Let's start off with a Glacier Recursion. Keep the Dark Orb, then do Scrape. Too bad I didn't get that Aggregate. Get to play that Aggregate. Let's do Turbo. And I'll wait. Okay. This is where I wanted Incense Burner to be active. And now it's not, and I have 43 incoming. Nothing I could have done, right? Absolutely nothing. I do have the energy, but... Actually, wait. There's a Hologram. And the Genetic Algorithm is 43, so that should be enough, right? Okay, that was lucky. Phew, that was very lucky. Alright, let's also do Cold Snap, Ball Lightning, and Rip and Tear. Okay. Should I do Rebound? No. Oh, I messed up. Next turn I can only play 2 cards. I do have 18 block from Captain's Wheel, but is that going to be enough? Well, 20, really. I can do Equilibrium. Wait, so it's going to be 20... wait. So it's going to be 2 times... So 36. I have 34, so I have to do the Cool-Headed here. Okay. Alright, double energy is actually kind of nice. Here I'm intangible. Beautiful. Actually worked out really nice. I can do double energy. And then a really nice... actually, no. Let's do Beam Cell Streamline to make that be a little cheaper. Then do Tempest. Alright, honestly, I thought it would deal more damage. So this is not bad. But, yeah, it won't let me to... yeah, I don't think I'll be able to kill next turn. So I think I have to wait. Which might be a problem. I don't have my Genetic Algorithm anymore. Yeah, definitely nothing I can do here. So I think I'll try to gain some extra blocks. So let's do Equilibrium and nothing else. And next turn I do have the Speed Potion. Alright, I'm not being attacked actually. That's nice. I did lose HP, or energy there. Okay, still I think I need Frost Orbs now, right? Anything into Hologram? Not really. Let's do... How do I do this? Let's do Recursion, Ball Lightning, Glacier, Chill, get some Frost Orbs out, good. Then Cool-Headed, Loop and Bullseye? No, let's do Loop and then Rip and Tear. Okay. Alright, I'm actually starting to get a little worried. Next turn I will definitely get attacked. That's 63 incoming. Nothing I can do, and the Curse also makes it so that I cannot draw more cards. Yeah, nothing I can do here, right? Alright, fine. I tried. Let's do Rebound the Aggregate, use the next turn, Root Sequence, and wait. Yeah, bummer. I don't know, I needed like a good attack card to be able to do a lot of damage. I still haven't gotten combo yet, so let me try. If I can't perfect this one, let's see if I can pull it off now. Because I have Aggregate for lots... Actually, no, never mind. I can't do combo against the Time Eater. Right. Key detail I might have missed there. Let's do Rip and Tear, Beam Cell, go for the ice, Cold Snap. Let's grab another Rip and Tear. Okay. And then Cool-Headed is enough. Yeah, just missed it by one turn. That's a bummer. Alright, I wonder if it was possible. It was not going to be easy, but definitely possible. Feels possible, right? 1403. Of the 9 elites, I perfected all of them. Did miss the last boss. Did get well fed, thanks to... There was a strawberry at the end, right? Which I think allowed me to get it. Went for Highlander. I am not sure if Collector. I think if I did go for Collector, I would have been able to get at least Librarian as well as a Collector on the Parasite and Curses, so maybe that would have been better. I did get Overkill thanks to the Dark Orb with the Symbiotic Virus. No chance of getting combo, really. Lightspeed was easy. Yeah. So I think maybe going for Collector was the right approach today. Let's see. Wow, I am not in the top, I guess 50. I am 56 right now. So if I had somehow perfected the last boss, which it was going to be very difficult, but if somehow I pulled it off, I would have 1503. That would have put me in, tied with PGem, 18th place. Gemino was able to get, what is that, 29 points more. So I do wonder if Gemino decided to go for Collector Bonuses. And then Nick got 1 point less, so I suspect Nick did not take that Spirit Poop Relic and was able to get 1 extra point. And then maybe missed the fight somewhere. All right. I think it is clear how you can do well. It just requires, being able to have that foresight at the beginning. I guess there was the Courier and the Prayer Wheel, both relics indicating that you should go for Collector Bonuses. I guess I just didn't accept the calls of those relics. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you did. Let's do the scores from yesterday. Alright, so yesterday was a Watcher run with the Heirloom modifier that gave everybody Tori, which actually helped me just a little bit upon my multiple reloads to be able to get through Act 2. We also got Certain Future and the Lethality modifiers, just like today. So Pelts ended up doing really well with 1230. Pelts perfected all the elites and all the bosses. Decided to go for Highlander at first, but after getting Prayer Wheel, pivoted to Collector Bonuses and was able to get 5, which is impressive. That's, I think, the record for yesterday. That also definitely helped him get such a good score. Pelts went for a Stance Shift deck with all the Empty Bodies, Inner Pieces, and Flurry of Blows. The Flurry of Blows probably allowed him to also get combo. He was also did also take the Violet Lotus Relic, which gave him extra energy. And then also went for Popper, did take that Spirit Shield that I also saw at the very beginning for extra block, and that helped him perfect things, and then he was able to remove it later on to get Popper. So yeah, great score from Pelts, congratulations. Collector Bonuses were the way to go. Then going forward here, you have a bunch of people tied at 1105, including Gemino. Gemino perfected, or actually just like Pelts, decided to go for Highlander first, and then pivoted to Collector Bonuses, but only got 1. That's actually very disappointing. Was able to get Overkill thanks to a Blasphemy that he then later removed for Popper. Wasn't able to get combo though, and actually wasted time trying to get combo, so missed the time modifier as well. So yeah, still great score from Gemino. Then you have PGem with 1080. A bunch of people tied at 1055, including Shivers, myself, and the Dark. So Shivers mentioned that he perfected all the elites and all the bosses, but forgot to remove a duplicate Rushdown, so ended up losing the Highlander modifier by mistake, which is a shame. And then also mentioned that he was able to get an infinite turn on the first act with Intercom, Rushdown, and Eruption, and that allowed him to get combo, so congratulations. I ended up perfecting 2 of the 3 elites. I did miss the Act 2 elite. I also got 2 of the 3 bosses, missed the Act 3 boss. Maybe it would have been possible with the reload. I did actually have to reload the Act 2, a few fights on Act 2 quite a bit to survive. I think a lot of people died there too. I went for Highlander, missed overkill, even though I got close with the bludgeon I got from somewhere. I also missed the combo modifier. Ole pointed out that there's an early lice fight where one of the lice was buffing. I could have tried to get combo there. That was definitely a mistake. I also was able to get the time modifier just barely, and also got Insignificant, so I'm very happy with that. And then I guess tied for 93rd place, you have Roland and Cyberfox. Cyberfox mentioned I perfected all the elites, but missed the Act 3 boss on one turn. Went for a turtle deck, was able to grab a lot of block, but then one turn just did not have enough for the boss. Also went for collector bonuses from the beginning and was able to get 4, which is very impressive. Only saw 4 curses though, so I don't think curses were possible. I don't think I saw that many. Just for fun, let me also review, so tied at 115th place, you have a bunch of people at 1005, including Ori and Cosmino. And then next you have a bunch of people tied at 980 at 148th place, including Sueka, and I think that's it, and then it goes down even further. A bunch of people died yesterday, including Nick, who perfected 2 of the 3, actually, well, sorry, I shouldn't say they died. They survived, but they got a slightly lower score. So Nick perfected 2 of the 3 bosses, missed the Act 3 boss, nothing he could have done in the first turn. Also missed the Highlander modifier because he accidentally had a duplicate Flurry of Blows. He also was able to get the combo modifier, I suspect with the Flurry of Blows, that probably one of the reasons he took them. Grahamgoth also survived, but perfected nothing. Still, surviving is impressive yesterday, because I had to reload so many times to be able to do that. And then one of the people who died yesterday was David, who died on Act 2. Alex also died on Act 2, died to the avocado, as he mentioned, the angry avocado. And that regret and the pain I think most people had definitely hurt him and me as well. Anyway, that's it for yesterday. Let me know in the comments what you did for today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.